In the last episode, we talked about Google DeepMind, but today we are going to talk about an AI startup that was created as an antithesis to Google DeepMind. Hi, I am Shantanu Udasi, and today we are going to talk about the history of OpenAI. So OpenAI was a brainchild of like-minded individuals who were afraid that when artificial intelligence will attain human-like general intelligence, there will be no research company looking out for the greater good of humanity. Therefore, they started a not-for-profit AI research organization called OpenAI. The list of founders include noteworthy names like their research director Ilya Sutskever, one of the world's experts in machine learning. Their CTO is Greg Brockman, formerly the CTO of Stripe, along with their co-chairs Sam Altman and Elon Musk, to name a few. As they are a not-for-profit organization, their research was shared with other organizations and institutions, and they can freely collaborate with any institution for research purposes and deployment of artificial intelligence technologies. Their initial donors include Reid Hoffman, Jessica Livingstone, Peter Thiel, Amazon Web Services, Infosys, and YC Research, who pledged $1 billion to the company. They hit the ground running in 2016 when they launched OpenAI Gym Beta, which democratized reinforcement learning for everyone. To make this available for everyone, they created this software which is compatible with algorithms of any framework. Not only that, they also tried to encourage people to participate by offering them a 250 credit voucher from Amazon Web Services for people whose algorithm had promise and they were not able to upscale because of lack of funds. Soon, they followed it up by launching a platform called Universe. Universe allowed an AI agent to use a computer like a human does by looking at screen pixels and operating a virtual keyboard and mouse. The aim behind this was to train AI systems on full range of tasks we expect them to solve. And Universe was letting users to train a single agent on any task a human can complete with a computer. The aim behind this was to train AI systems on the full range of tasks we expect them to solve, and Universe was letting users to train a single agent on any task a human can complete with a computer. OpenAI also created a neural network that can beat humans at their own game, and this time the game was Dota 2. They created a bot which beats the world's top professionals at 1v1 matches of Dota 2 under standard tournament rules. The bot learned the game from scratch by self-play and did not use imitation learning or tree search. This was a step towards building AI systems which accomplish well-defined goals in a messy, complicated situation involving real humans. Later, OpenAI 5 went on to become the first AI to beat the world champions in an esports game. In 2018, they trained a human-like robot hand to manipulate physical objects with unprecedented dexterity. Their system called Dactyl is trained entirely in simulation and transfers its knowledge to reality, adapting to real-world physics. Dactyl learns from scratch using the same general-purpose reinforcement learning algorithm and code as OpenAI 5. Their results show that it's possible to train agents in simulation and have them solve real-world tasks without physically accurate modeling of the world. Later in 2019, they trained it to solve a Rubik's Cube by training the neural networks entirely in simulation, using the same reinforcement learning code as OpenAI 5, paired with a new technique called automatic domain randomization. OpenAI created softwares for everything that was possible to do with artificial intelligence. They even created a neural network that can create music in the software called MuseNet. It can generate 4-minute musical compositions with 10 different instruments and can combine styles from country to Mozart to the Beatles. It discovered patterns of harmony, rhythm, and style by learning to predict the next token in hundreds of thousands of MIDI files. Later, they followed it up with their software called Jukebox, which is a neural net that generates music including rudimentary singing as raw audio in a variety of genres and artist styles. Later that same year came the big announcement that Microsoft was investing $1 billion in OpenAI to support building artificial general intelligence with widely distributed economic benefits. They wanted to develop a hardware and software platform within Microsoft Azure which will scale up to the AGI. After that point, they jointly developed new Azure AI supercomputing technologies and Microsoft became their exclusive cloud provider. Now let's talk about the thing that OpenAI is generally known for is the GPT language models. On June 11, 2018, OpenAI researchers and engineers posted their original paper on generative language models that could be pre-trained with an enormous and diverse corpus of text via data sets in a process they called generative pre-training (GP). On November 5, 2019, GPT-2 was released to the public with its 1.5 billion parameters. Previous to this, releasing the entire version of GPT-2 language to the public was debatable because of its potential misuse, like writing fake news, because it learns all its texts and data from the internet. In 2020, OpenAI announced the follow-up to GPT-2, which was GPT-3 language model. It had 175 billion parameters, which was 2 magnitude higher than its predecessor GPT-2. GPT-3 dramatically improved benchmark results over GPT-2. OpenAI cautioned, however, that such scaling up of language models could be approaching the fundamental capability limitations of predictive language models. GPT-3's fully trained model was not immediately released to the public on the grounds of possible abuse, though OpenAI planned to allow access through a paid cloud API after a 2-month free private beta that began in June 2020. After a lot of debate and potential examples of this language going rogue in the game called AI Dungeon, on September 23, 2020, GPT-3 was licensed exclusively to Microsoft. So OpenAI was not your typical AI startup, it was established by already successful people who developed a conscience about AI power being centralized by the tech giants when artificial intelligence will develop general intelligence. And due to this noble mission statement, they have never struggled to acquire investments or talent. And because of that, they have created such groundbreaking innovations in artificial intelligence in such a short span of time, while creating transparency and making sure that artificial intelligence is available for all. So that's about it. That's the entire history of OpenAI and some facts that you might have not known. Please let us know in the comments down below which companies we should cover next. And also do not forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon so that you never miss any other updates from Analytics India magazine.